The 53rd season of Owego Free Academy football. This beautiful stadium honors the memory of 14-year athletic director Christy J. Valvo, who died Monday, August the 16th, 1971. We'll be going back to the studio and Don Perkins for a cart on Scott Smith in just a moment. Today's Owego Maine Endwell game is the 17th renewal of the series that dates back to 1962. The Spartans lead the series 10-6. It's Owego's first home game of the decade in the 1980s. It's the season's second game for Coach Al Brunetti, Owego's 11th head football coach. Owego's gridiron record since 1927, 204 victories, 166 losses, and 23 ties, or a winning 52%. Owego has enjoyed 35 winning seasons and endured 17 losing seasons. More of the pregame from Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium, but first this message from Scott Smith. Across the way, the Maine Endwell Spartan Marching Band. Today's 17th Maine Endwell Owego renewal is rich in history. For some reason, each team has a nemesis, and Maine Endwell is Owego Free Academy's nemesis. The Spartans won the first 5, lost the next 3, won the next 2, suffered their second shutout 6 years ago, won the next 3, and have lost the last 2, last year their third shutout. Reviewing the scores, in 1962 under Coach Jerry Lockwood, now OFA principal, ME 19, OFA 18, 1963, ME 46, Owego 13. Under head coach Dick Wheaton, 1964, Maine Endwell 38, Owego 14, 1965, ME 20, OFA 6, 1966, ME 13, OFA 6, 1967, OFA 40, ME 7, 1968, OFA 28, Maine Endwell nothing, 1969, OFA 44, Maine Endwell 6. Under head coach John Cornick, 1972, ME 34, Owego 14, 1973, Maine Endwell 31, OFA 7. Under head coach Tom Gray, 1974, OFA 13, Maine Endwell nothing, 1975, Maine Endwell 12, OFA 10, 1976, Maine Endwell 16, Owego nothing, 1977, ME 28, OFA 6, 1978, OFA 13, Maine Endwell 8, and 1979, OFA 14, Maine Endwell nothing. A quick review of the key plays of Owego's 14-0 win over Maine Endwell coming up. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets announces a tremendous wall-to-wall special. Luxurious, sculptured, expensive shag carpeting, including pad and installation, just $10.95 a square yard. That's a savings of $5 and your choice of colors. Also, hundreds of room-size remnants in stock, all colors, sizes, and ranges of quality, up to 50% off. Schaefer Rugs is also your source for a tremendous selection of Monticello carpets by Burlington Industries. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets, the Vestal Parkway East in Vestal. In 1979, fullback Steve Jackson scored the first touchdown with 1:50 left in the first half on a 1-yard run, and Mike Gatto added the point by placement. There were 8 seconds on the game clock when quarterback Tom Marzo hit wingback Vinnie Kame with a 25-yard touchdown pass. Gatto's kick split the uprights. Jackson rushed for 57 yards on 15 plays, and Chip Congdon added 80 yards on 20 carries. It was Owego's 4th shutout win. Earlier shutouts included 21-0 over Norwich, 16-0 over Seton Catholic, and 22-0 over Oneonta. Reminding you of tonight's Scholastic football schedule in Stack, Johnson City at North, non-league Rochester Aquinas Institute at Union Endicott. Coming up Sunday afternoon, a full schedule of games starting at 1 o'clock in the Owego Junior Football League at Marvin Park. And don't forget, catch the coaches' game reviews exclusively on WEBO's 1210 Sunday edition of Spotlight on Sports. In the background, the Owego Free Academy Marching Band will set the stage. Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium, west of Owego Free Academy, on the east bank of the beautiful Owego Creek, which has very little water in it at this time. We have a southerly breeze coming in from Pennsylvania. The American flag over the scoreboard is blowing furiously in the wind. It'll change the game plan for both coaches. Main and Well on the far side of the field hugging the school. The Owego Free Academy cheerleaders here on the near side. The OFA band immediately to our left. The field runs in a, east-west condition. It will go north to south. The officials for this afternoon's game are out on the field right now. They include the referee Larry Mucci, who in the dressing room smokes a cigar. Umpire is John Whalen, the head linesman is Roger Carner, and the field judge is Gary Nesbitt. We'll go down on the playing field for the interviews with the coaches right after this. Central Sales and Service has got it. Goodyear Tiempo radios. Drive in today and find out why Tiempo makes sense for your driving. See the quiet riding positive traction tread that two steel cord belts hold firmly to the road. Learn the advantages of long mileage gas-saving radial construction. Best of all, check out Tiempo's price. For top quality black or white walls, all season Tiempo at Central Sales and Service, Central Avenue in Owego. Owego Free Academy football coach Al Bernetti, the first home game of the decade of the 80s this afternoon.
Yeah, and it's got a beautiful field to play on. They've done a lot of work on it, and Mr. Bennett and his boys done a super job in our field, and it's a beautiful field. It's like a carpet out here today.
What you mean by that also is the fact that it was watered all summer long.
All summer long and right through the first game. They've done a super job on it, seeded it, and really taken care of it. Taking pride in this field now.
Well, the weatherman has honored you with a good afternoon, temperatures in the low 80s, but there's a little breeze coming in from the south.
It's more like a monsoon. I think it's going to be a definite factor in the game. You'll be seeing too many long passes going to the south end of the field. North, you might see some balls in the air by both teams.
Game plan against Main and Well offensively?
We just go play some football. That's all. We got a good balanced attack, like I've always been proud of. We got a fullback who can run, a tailback who can run, a quarterback who can throw, and people to catch and people to block. And we're going to try and stay the same way.
Game plan defensively, weight-wise, just about the same.
Yeah, we're going to try and use our quickness again and a couple of different things. Coach Dolan calls his defenses this year, and he's doing a good job on it, and kind of show a lot of different things.
Last year, Owego beat Main and Well 14-0. Last week, they lost by a 2-point conversion in the waning minutes of the game. Owego won big over Susquehanna Valley. What do you look for this afternoon in this 17-3-0?
A dogfight. It's playing old-fashioned dogfight. Same time we always have with them. Last year was 7-0 up to the last quarter, the last minute. So just playing dogfight.
And both are sophomore coaches.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Coach Al Bernetti, Owego Free Academy. Looking at the starting lineup for the Indians of Owego Free Academy, coached by Al Bernetti. The tight end, junior 5'11", 170-pound Rick Nera. The left strong tackle, junior 6'2", 240 Sal Gatto. The left strong guard, 63 Kelly Kafka, senior 5'10", 190. The center, senior 6'2", 190 pounds Jim Kelly. The right quick guard, number 60, Jeff Kieslowski, a junior, 5'11", 175. The right quick tackle, 74, Carl Freitag, a senior, 6'1", 195. The split end, Paul Wiles, a senior, 5'9", 155. Owego's offensive line, averaging 188 pounds. The quarterback for Owego, number 3, Tom Marzo, a senior, 6'3", 180 pounds. The fullback, the junior, 5'10", 205 pounds, Steve Stonewall Jackson. The tail of the tandem at tailback, senior, 6 foot, 187 pounds, number 32, Chip Congdon, and/or Greg O'Donnell, a senior, 6'2", 195 pounds. The slot back, senior, 5'9", 165 pounds, Vinnie Kame. Defensively for Owego, up front we have left tackle Tony Obregon, a junior 6'2", 185 pounds. The nose guard, co-captain Kelly Kafka, a senior 5'10", 190. The right tackle Sal Gatto, the front three averaging 205. The left outside linebacker Chip Congdon. The inside linebacker left, Phil Wiles, a senior, 5'9", 160 pounds. The inside linebacker right side, Mike McMahon, a senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. The right outside linebacker, Jim Kelly. Those linebackers average 183 pounds. The cornerback left, Vinny Kame, a senior, 5'9", 165, and co-captain. On the opposite side is Paul Wiles. The safety are 21, Jeff Scott, a senior, 5'9", 165 pounds. The other safety, a junior, 6 foot, Phil Cross for Owego Free Academy. The OFA color guard is at the 50-yard line right now. Owego on the near side of the field. Mainwell on the far side of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the Owego Free Academy Band and our national anthem. With color commentator Bob Fenton, statistician Jim Raftis Jr., I'm Jim Raftis for Stack Football, Main and Well at Owego Free Academy. The first OFA home game in the decade of the 80s as Owego enters its 53rd season of football. Coming up, the kickoff with Owego defending the goal to our right or the south goal. Receiving to our left or defending the north goal, Main and Well. If you have more than one insurance agent, you may have too many. One agent from Nationwide can offer you life insurance to protect your family's future. Homeowners insurance on your house, health insurance protection, and insurance against rising hospital costs. One insurance agent for all your needs. Call your local Nationwide agent today. In Owego, he's Tom Buter at 117 North Avenue in Owego. Main and Well will receive to our left. Owego Free Academy will kick off. They will use the wind in the first half of play. The punt return unit for Main and Well will be number 10, Brian Verdon, and number 11, Carter King. Going back for Owego to do the kickoff here at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium as we begin the 53rd season. Kelly Kafka approaches the football. A low line drive picked up at the 25-yard line by the Spartan. Number 40 gets it across the 35 and out to the 38-yard line. The safety man, Mark Dickinson, a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds, gets the football to the Main and Well 38-yard line where its offense will start 1st and 10. Opening kickoff, good field position for Main and Well. Randy Bullock will call the starting signals. They're virtually in the middle of the playing field, going against the wind. Bullock on a high count, fakes, hands off to the first backfield man, Carter King. Carter King hits a stone wall as he runs into the Owego Free Academy left outside linebacker, Chip Congdon, a senior, 6'0", 160 pounds. And Kafka coming down on the tackle. So King gets minus, we'll call it a half a yard on the play. Let's make it 2nd down and 10. The football still at the Main and Well 38-yard line. We're in the first 45 seconds of action at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium. Randy Bullock on an inside handoff going outside. King can't make it. He's immediately cut down by the left side of the Owego line. There is a gain of about 1 yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down, and still, we'll call it still 3rd and 10, about the length of the football. The Owego defense, Overgan, Kafka, and Gatto, Congdon, Wiles, McMahon, Kelly, doing a good job in there. Coming up is 3rd down and 10 for Maine Endwell. Going outside left is Carter King, but Carter King is tripped up on a great defensive job in there by Owego Free Academy's key defender, number 55, Jim Kelly, who does a real good job. So 3 successive handoffs to King, and King nets 1 yard. So we have a 4th down and 9-yard situation from the 39-yard line of Maine Endwell. Going deep for Owego is Cross. Cross will receive the ball at about his own 35-yard line. Maine Endwell's punt is up and it's good. Cross immediately takes it at the 40-yard line. He gets a 2-yard run back to the 42-yard line. When Owego starts on offense, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians at the Owego 42-yard line with 9 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. The community shop in Owego has joined the IGA chain, and they're offering bigger selections and better savings than ever before. We'll tell you more about those selections coming up as Owego, going from right to left across your radio dial, has Tom Marzo, the starting quarterback, open field to the left. Last man through, number 42 on a number change. Greg O'Donnell tries to cut to the outside, but he's immediately brought down by Maine Endwell's number 84 as we turn the chart here. That would be Damon Layton. O'Donnell getting approximately 2 yards on the play. The football out to the Owego 45-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Split to the right side is Rick Nera. Open side of the field, I formation left as Marzo uses the high count. Hands off to the tail of the tandem, Greg O'Donnell, and O'Donnell dives straight ahead, gets to the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 as Owego approaches the Maine Endwell midfield stripe. Near side of the field, Owego. Owego dressed in blue jerseys, white helmets. Maine Endwell with white jerseys and white helmets. Owego will use a 3rd down play, 3rd and 6 from the Maine Owego 47-yard line. A quick pitch right side to field, Owego. Owego dressed in blue jerseys, white helmets. Maine Endwell with white jerseys and white helmets. Owego will use a 3rd down play, 3rd and 6 from the Maine Owego 47-yard line. A quick pitch right side to the sweeper for Owego, and he has got the 1st down. Greg O'Donnell sweeping right side, gets into Maine Endwell territory at the 45-yard line. Gain of 7 yards on the play. It is 1st down, number 1 for the Indians of Owego in Maine Endwell territory. 1st and 10. 8 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Number changes coming up for Owego. We gave them to you. Number 42 instead of 44 is Greg O'Donnell. This time, Marzo hands off to O'Donnell. O'Donnell cuts to the left side of the field, but he's tripped up in there by Maine Endwell on the outside. Mark Dickinson, the left cornerback, a senior, 5'10", 140 yards, making the stop at the 40-yard line after a gain of 5 yards on the play. Preliminary indication from the referee, Larry Mucci, is offensive holding. He's talking to the Maine Endwell co-captain, Rick Fowler. It'll be a 15-yard step off against Owego. The spot of the foul occurring at the 44-yard line. Referee Larry Mucci marks 15 yards against Owego for offensive holding. It's a penalty, number 1 of Owego, costing the Indians 15 yards. The ball back in Indian territory at the Owego 40-yard line. It'll be 1st down and a long 24 yards to go. Marzo looks over the Maine Endwell defense, checks the offensive line. High count. Quick pitch left side to O'Donnell to the 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, and he's finally brought out of bounds by Maine Endwell safety man Randy Bullock. So Owego made up the offensive penalty and gets right back to the 40-yard line of Maine Endwell. A gain on the play by O'Donnell of 20 yards. So we're at the Maine Endwell 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and a long 4.5 yards to go for the 1st down for the Owego Indians, who have been penalized for 15 yards for offensive holding. Marzo calls the starting signals. Right up the middle goes O'Donnell to the 38-yard line before he's tripped up in there by Rich Buchanel. O'Donnell doing most of the running for the Indians thus far. They'll spot the football at the main end well 38-yard line, coming up a key third down conversion from the main end well 38-yard line. It'll be third and a long 2 yards to go for Owego. O'Donnell's 20-yard run here on the near sideline was the key to this particular drive, and Owego would like to keep it alive as Marzo hands to O'Donnell, and let's see, it's going to be very close as they look over. There was no handoff on that play, and Tom Marzo kept for a quarterback keep by Marzo for first down number 2 for Owego. And he gets the first down at the main end well 35-yard line. First and 10 for Owego from the main end well 35-yard line. The drive began at the Owego 42-yard line. Owego has owned the ball. First carry by fullback Steve Jackson off right tackle. Gain of 3 yards on the play. The last man up with the tackle is Rich Buchanel for main end well. Stonewall Jackson picks up about 3 yards. It's down to the 30. We'll make it a 4-yard gain to the 31-yard line, where it'll be second down and 6 for the Indians, dressed in blue, helmeted in white, with the traditional Indian on the side. Marzo takes the snap from Kelly. Up the middle goes Jackson. It takes 3 main end well defenders to bring him down, and a shoestring tackle by number 10, the right cornerback, Brian Verdon, finally does it for Jackson. And Jackson carries to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5 yards, 5 3/4 yards. Therefore, it is at the 30.5-yard line. It'll be third down coming up for Owego from the 25-yard line. Marzo pulled the quarterback sneak before. Let's see if he executes it again. No, he gives it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell is tackled at the 25-yard line, right around the belly. And we'll see if he made the first down or not, as the chain gang will call in the sticks from the side. There will be a measurement. We were telling you about the community shop that they joined the IGA chain. Of course, in their deli department, you can choose from gourmet turkey breast, just $1.35 a half pound. Tobin's bologna, 89 cents a half pound. Tobin's baked ham, just $1.35 a half pound. Then you can pick up a half gallon of Crowley's 2% milk for just 85 cents. You can do most of your shopping just by stopping in at the community shop, now your IGA store on North Avenue in Owego. Well, Owego did not make the third down conversion. As a matter of fact, they haven't made third down conversions yet, so it's going to be fourth down and less than the length of a football to go for the first down from the region of the 25-yard line. Marzo uses the high count. This time he hands to O'Donnell. O'Donnell breaks into the clear momentarily after he makes the first down to the 16-yard line. O'Donnell getting the first down for Owego. First down, number 3 for the Indians of Owego Free Academy. The football spotted at the main end well, 17-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Indians. Kelly, Kafka, Kozlowski, Gatto, Freitag, Nera, and Wilds, the offensive line for Owego. The quarterback is Marzo. The backfield averaging 184. This time on the scissors play, number 15, Vinny came in a number change. He carries back to the line of scrimmage and perhaps gets just a wee bit more. We'll mark it down as a 2-yard gain. It's now at the 15-yard line. Second down and 8 for Owego. The Owego starting the drive at the 42. This will be the 12th play in the drive, which began with 9:57 on the clock. Now there's 4:57. Going to the outside is O'Donnell, but he is bear-hugged tackled by number 44, Mike Forinelli, the junior 5'11", 190-pound linebacker coming up from the right side. So O'Donnell effectively getting back to the line of scrimmage. It'll still be third down and 8 from the 15-yard line of main end well for the marching Owego Indians. They smell pay dirt just 15 between 15 and 16 yards away. It's a 3rd and 8 call from the 15-yard line. Marzo rolls right, receivers covered, sees open territory, and he's stacked up at about the 13-yard line, short of the first down. Marzo on the option, rolled right to pass, receivers covered near the end zone, broke momentarily into the clear, got down to past the 15-yard line, down to about the 13-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5 for Owego from the main Endwell 13-yard line. Owego will go for a field goal by soccer kicking Marzo. The attempt will come from the 20-yard line. We'll see what Owego can do. The wind is with them. 3:39, high snap from center. The end-over-end boot is up, and it is no good. So, with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first period of play, a drive by Owego ends at the 13-yard line. A 30-yard field goal by Marzo is no good. Maine Endwell's offense will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line when play resumes at Christie Valvo Memorial Stadium. Agway Lumber and Building Supply is ready to help you with your preparations for winter with their fall fix-up sale. Lots of helpful items on sale, including a truckload sale of fiberglass insulation. Lower your heating bills and keep your home warm, too, at a bargain price at Agway Lumber and Building Supply. First play from offense by Maine Endwell. This time they pick up more yards than they did in the entire first series of downs that they had before. The running back right side, Greg Williams, carried for Maine Endwell, swept around the left end between tackle, picked up about 5 yards before stopped by Owego, short of the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Maine Endwell, which stopped an Owego drive some 13 yards short of the goal, and a 30-yard field goal was no good for Owego. Again, this time, Greg Williams carried. He ran into the right side of the Owego line, a gain of 2 yards on the play. It moves the football to approximately the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 after the gain of 3. Maine Endwell yet to get its first down at Christie J. Valvo Memorial Stadium. There's a quick pitch to the left side to the fullback, Marty Sinclair. Sinclair gets across the 30-yard line down to the 32-yard line before he's met in there by the Owego Indian, number 55. That would be Jim Kelly for the first down. Maine Endwell's first down. Sinclair gets it out to the Maine Endwell 33-yard line, 1st and 10. He's going to try to sweep again this time, but he can't do it. Owego blitzes in there. Number 90 makes the stop. That's Tony Obregon. Owego made some, wearing their blue mesh jerseys, making some last-minute substitutions because of the warm weather out here. Coming up, we've got a 2nd down and 14 yards to go. Maine Endwell losing 4 on that offensive play. There's a quick pitch to the right side. Sinclair cutting back inside, goes across the 30-yard line, down to the 32-yard line before he's stopped in there by the inside linebacker, Phil Wiles of Owego. So we've got a 3rd down and 12-yard situation coming up. They'll mark the football at the 31-yard line. We go to Jim Raftis Jr. coming up in a moment for some statistics as Maine Endwell sends twins right out of their T formation. 3rd down, right up the middle off the T formation. But let me tell you, you don't get anything against the Owego inside, especially when you go into Phil Wiles at 160 pounds. Carter King going 170, Phil Wiles at 160. When that happens, you get absolutely nothing. You have a 4th down and a 10-yard situation for Maine Endwell. Doing the punting for Maine Endwell will be number 14, Randy Bullock, and Bullock's 4th down punt is downed at the Owego 38-yard line by the first man there for the Spartans, Mark Dickinson. So when play resumes here at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium with 43 seconds remaining in the first period of play, Owego Free Academy will have the football first and 10 at its own 39-yard line. Owego will be moving from right to left across your radio dial. The field judge is Gary Nesbitt. The head linesman, Roger Carmer. The umpire is John Whalen, and the referee is Larry Mucci. Marzo barks the starting signals. First man through. Fullback Steve Jackson rips for 4 yards on the play before he's brought down by 2 Maine and Wells Spartans, and one of them is hurt down there for an injury on the playing field. We have a timeout. Here's Jim Raftis Jr. with the stats up to this point. Jar?
So far for Owego, Tom Marzo, 2 carries with 6 yards, Steve Jackson, 3 carries with 14 yards, Greg O'Donnell, 7 carries with 41 yards, and Vince Kame, 1 carry with 2 yards. For ME, Randy Bullock has no yards, Marty Sinclair, 2 carries with 8 yards, Carter King, 4 carries with 2 yards, and Greg Williams, 3 carries with 4 yards.
Your observation so far?
So far, neither team has had a chance to pass or do anything. This wind is really, I think, going to be a factor in the game, but so far it's a good game. No one's broken away with anything yet, and I think it's going to be, like Mr. Brunetti said, just a fight to the finish.
Nose guard Rich Busanel helped off the field for Maine and Well. We were telling you about Agway Lumber and Building Supply. You can lower your heating bills. You can keep your home warm too at a bargain price. For instance, craft face rolls of 3.5 inch by 15 inch insulation, just 14 cents a square foot. You can save more heat with 3/8 of an inch 10-foot adhesive strips of foam rubber, just 59 cents. Check out all the bargains in the fall fix-up sale at Agway Lumber and Building Supply, Glen Mary Drive in Owego. The horn sounds to end the first period. Long bullet pass by Marzo, intended receiver Phil Cross, incomplete at the 20-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter of play with 0-0-0 on the board for time and 0-0 for the score. Jim Raftis takes a look at the first half of play with these thoughts.
At the end of the quarter,
So far for Owego, Tom Marzo, 2 carries with 6 yards, Steve Jackson, 3 carries with 14 yards, Greg O'Donnell has 41 yards with 7 carries, and Vince Kame, 1 carry with 2 yards. Tom Marzo just tried 1 pass and was incomplete.
If your furnace is getting old, it may be time to consider getting a new one. Talk to Jim Legursky of Legursky Sheet Metal. Have him check it out. Then ask him about Whirlpool's Tight Fist gas furnace. When the burner isn't firing, the chimney is closed off, keeping the heat inside your home. Whirlpool's Tight Fist is 30% more efficient than the average furnace and will probably save you more than installation cost in just a few seasons. Call Legursky Sheet Metal of Owego. They're in the yellow pages under heating. First play coming up of the second quarter. Owego Free Academy at its own 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Marzo now facing the wind as he calls the starting signals. High count, attempting to draw Maine and Will off. Quick pitch high to O'Donnell. O'Donnell bumps one of his players out of the way, breaks into the fair as he gets across the 50-yard line. Finally gets down to the 45-yard line. O'Donnell with second effort on a sweep left. O'Donnell to the Maine and Well 45-yard line. Gain of 12 yards on the play. First down, number 4 for Owego. The football at the Maine and Well 45-yard line. Good super effort by Greg O'Donnell in the Owego backfield. Now in the second successive carry, slants off right tackle right. Gets out to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the Spartan 40-yard line. Defensively for Maine and Well, Zadra, McLaughlin, Busanel, Zappia, and Fowler, Leighton, Adrian, and Florelli. The safety is Randy Bullock. The cornerbacks are Dickinson and Verdon. Owego 2nd and 5 from the Maine and Well 40. No score, 11-10 remaining, first half of play. First man through, Stonewall Jackson breaks into the clear, gets his first down as he thrusts across the 30-yard line down to the 28-yard line. Jackson picking up 12 quick yards before he's discovered in the Main and Well secondary. It is the 5th first down for Owego Free Academy. The football spotted at the middle of the field at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Owego, driving into the south wind. Marzo looks over the Main and Well defense, checks his offense, hands to the second man through on the scissors left as O'Donnell gets about 4 or 5 yards before he slips on the excellent playing turf here at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium and comes down. Contributing to the Main and Well tackle was Rich Fowler from his defensive right end position. The football far side of the field at the 23-yard line. Gain of 5 yards on the play by O'Donnell. 2nd and 5 from the Main and Well 23. Wide side of the field to the right. Paul Wiles is split to the right. It's Niragetto, Kafka, Kelly, Kozlowski, and Freitag in the offensive line. Up the middle goes Stonewall Jackson, the fullback, 5'10", 205 pounds, that ripped 80 yards against Main and Well last year. Jackson goes right up the middle, and he gets to the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 yards on the play, and the 6th first down for the driving Owego Indians as they get to the Main and Well 15. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Spartan 15-yard line. Still no score, 0-0. 9 minutes, 56 seconds left in the clock. Marzo missed a 30-yard field goal, culminating in a Owego drive in the first period. A quick pitch to O'Donnell, right side, sheds one tackler, goes and eludes another one. He can't break a third one and is taken out of bounds. A penalty marker is down in the out-of-bounds position as O'Donnell rips to the 15-yard line, mark at the 13-yard line, gain of 2, penalty flag drop, out of bounds. We'll check the official call by referee Larry Mucci. It'll be a penalty against Main and Well is the preliminary call. We'll see who the officials talk to. First City, by the way, presents the first plastic card to let you use your personal checking account across the country and across the world. It's Summary Check Card, First City's new banking service. Summary looks and works like a Visa card, but it is not a credit card. It's the first card to let you shop conveniently at 3 million merchants with your money. It's the first card to give you the ability to get cash from your checking account at over 77,000 banks worldwide. Ask about Summary Check Card now at First City, the bank where you come first. The penalty halfway to the goal against Main and Well puts it at the Main and Well 7-yard line. It's 1:10 on the clock. That was the first penalty for Main and Well. Stonewall Jackson, second effort from 7 yards out. Owego touchdown, 6-0. You hear the cheer in the background. An 8-play.
The extra point for Owego, number 3, Tom Marzo.
61-yard drive. Jackson going the last 7 for the touchdown. Marzo will try the PAT, and it is no good. After 4 for 4 last week against Susquehanna Valley, that was absolutely no good. The kick just went over the offensive line. The score with 9 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Owego Free Academy 6, Main and Well nothing. Jim?
The rushing statistics for Owego: Tom Marzo, 2 carries with 6 yards. Steve Jackson, 6 carries with 40 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 11 carries with 72 yards. And Vince Kane, 1 carry with 2 yards. Tom Marzo has attempted 1 pass and it was incomplete. For Main and Well, Marty Sinclair, 2 carries with 8 yards. Carter King, 4 carries with 2 yards. And Greg Williams, 3 carries with 4 yards.
Schaefer Rugs and Carpets announces a tremendous wall-to-wall special. Let Luxurious, sculptured, expensive shag carpeting, including pad and installation, just $10.95 a square yard. That's a savings of $5 in your choice of colors. Also, hundreds of size, room, remnants in stock, all colors, sizes, and ranges of quality up to 50% off. Schaefer Rugs, sponsoring Owego Free Academy football. Short kickoff by Owego Free Academy at the 35-yard line, fumbled by Maine and Wells, number 40, and an Indian has recovered that football. A short kick by Owego to the Maine and Well 35-yard line. Maine and Well lost the football. It is recovered by Owego at the 33-yard line. So we're second life for Owego at the Maine and Well 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Owego. Owego back on offense. Marzo puts O'Donnell in motion to the left. Handoff is to Jackson up the middle. Second and third effort gets him to the 27-yard line. Jackson picking up a quick 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 20, mark it about the 28-yard line. Mark it a gain of 5 yards on the play. The fumble by Maine and Well. A key defensive play by Owego. And now Marzo on 2nd and 4 from the Owego 28-yard line. Owego leading 6-0. Again, up the middle, testing the left side of the Maine and Well forward wall. O'Donnell picked up a couple of yards on the play. Will mark the football, middle of the field at about the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Unofficially, Owego has not made a 3rd down conversion yet. Nonetheless, they lead Maine and Well 6-0. A fumbled kickoff has given the Indians possession. We've got 8 minutes and 18 seconds in the first half of play. Call it a busted play. Call it what you will. Marzo made no handoff. He kept the 6'3 senior. Maybe makes 1 yard on the play. Football at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a long 1 yard to go. When you're at the 25-yard line, you're in the offensive zone. You can gamble. Marzo will gamble. He's made 4th down conversions before. High count. We want more. The chant from Owego. The handoff to the second man through O'Donnell. The whistles have blown. Perhaps there is something that's went wrong in the offensive line by Owego is the preliminary indication, but we're getting that from the defensive end, Rich Fowler. We told you about Schaefer Rugs. They're your source for a tremendous selection of Monticello carpets by Burlington Industries. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets, the Vestal Parkway East in Vestal. Referee Larry Mucci signals offsides Owego, 5 yards. Second penalty for Owego. The 5-yard offside penalty retreats the football to the 30-yard line of Maine and Well. It'll be 4th down and 6 for Marzo. Both sides of the field are open. They're in the middle of the field. Marzo going into the wind, using again the high count, handing to O'Donnell. O'Donnell cuts to the outside, but when he cut back inside at the 25-yard line, he was immediately tackled. Making that stop for Maine and Well was the right cornerback, Brian Verdon, who stopped him at the 26-yard line after a gain of 4 yards of play. Therefore, Maine and Well takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 7 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock remaining. Maine and Well trails Owego Free Academy 6-0. Owego has dominated the football thus far. They've only cashed 1 touchdown. Back to passes. Bullock, and Bullock throws. Oh, it's going to be probably pass interference on the left side of the field on the play by Bullock. The throw will go against Owego. I assume that it'll be pass interference. It'll be called on Vinny Kame, the left cornerback for Owego. They're stepping off 15 yards. That's Owego's 3rd penalty. Gives Maine and Well a 1st down. Number 2 advances the football to the 36 mark at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. 15-yard pass interference call against Owego. Bullock It was the game plan to go in the airlines. This time he changes, goes on the ground. Maine Endwell hasn't mustered much on the ground thus far. Marty Sinclair, the senior 5'9", 180-pound fullback, blasts the middle. No gain on the play. That's because the defensive right tackle for Owego, 240-pound, 6'2", junior Sal Gatto, stopped Sinclair at 180 pounds. We're still at the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Bullock back to pass, rolls right, receivers covered, prime and secondary, keeps the football on the option, gets across the 40-yard line, down to the 42-yard line before he's brought down. Kelly Kapta contributing to the tackle. He's the co-captain along with Sal Gatto, playing alert football in there for Owego's defensive legions. We're at the 43-yard line, a gain of 2 yards on the play, 3rd down and 9. 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Owego 6, Maine Endwell nothing. Here at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium. Randy Bullock straight back to pass. He wants to fire down the middle. He throws. It is incomplete. It bounces into the receiver and goes incomplete. The intended receiver for Maine Endwell, big number 89, the co-captain Dan Adrian, a senior, 6'2", 185 pounds. Incomplete pass. Good pass coverage for Owego. We'll have a 4th down situation coming up for Maine Endwell. Bullock will do the punting for Maine Endwell. Good snap from center. The single safety man, Wiles, is there for Owego. Wiles at the 20-yard line, sheds one tackle to the 25 to 30. So he cuts to the right side, up to the 35-yard line, and he's triple tackled as he gets to the 40-yard line. Again, Phil Wiles, a nice run back for Phil Cross, a nice run back for the Indians of Owego, a gain of 20 yards on the play. I'm sure Norm Cross will tell me about that miscue at work on Monday. Phil Cross, a 20-yard punt return, setting the Indians up 1st and 10 at the Owego 39.5-yard line with 5 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, and the Indians leading the Spartans of Maine Endwell 6-0. Marzo goes out of the huddle, calls the starting signals for Owego Free Academy, hands to the last man, Greg O'Donnell, and O'Donnell off left tackle gets to the 44-yard line. A gain of about 4 yards on the play. Mark at 5, where they finally put it at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Owego. 4:57 on the clock. Owego 6, Maine Endwell nothing. Owego also missed a 30-yard field goal. Owego has run more offensive plays than Maine Endwell. Jim Raftis Jr., our statistician, will tell you about that a little bit later. On 2nd and 5 from the Owego 45-yard line. On the scissor play, number 15 rips for Owego, gets the 1st down as he goes into Maine Endwell territory. On a number change, Vinny Kane picks up the 1st down for Owego as he gets to the Maine Endwell 47-yard line. A gain of 8 yards on the play. A 1st down for Owego. Mark it number 7. It's a Maine Endwell timeout. Jim Raftis Jr. has these stats.
For Owego, Tom Marzo, 2 carries with 6 yards. Steve Jackson, 7 carries with 45 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 14 carries with 83 yards. Vince Kane, 2 carries with 11 yards. Tom Marzo has attempted 1 pass and it was incomplete. For Maine Endwell, Randy Bullock, 1 carry with 2 yards. Marty Sinclair, 3 carries with 8 yards. Carter King, 4 carries with 2 yards. And Greg Williams, 3 carries with 4 yards. Randy Bullock tried 2 passes and both were incomplete.
Central Sales and Service has got it. Goodyear Tiempo radios. Drive in today and find out why Tiempo makes sense for your driving. See the quiet riding positive traction tread that 2 steel cord belts hold firmly to the road. Learn the advantages of long mileage, gas-saving radio construction. Best of all, check out Tiempo's price. For top quality black or white walls, the all-season Tiempo at Central Sales and Service, Central Avenue in Owego. 4 minutes and 37 seconds on the first half clock. Owego Free Academy 6, Maine Endwell nothing. Owego 1st and 10 for the Maine Endwell 46-yard line. Marzo to the first man through. Jackson off right tackle. puts his head through, gets 5 yards. Penalty flag is down in the main end row. Defensive backfield, finally brought out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Driving him out of bounds was the right outside linebacker, Mike Florinelli. Jackson. Looks like it may be against Owego. Jackson gets to the 36-yard line. It would have been a gain of 10 yards on the play, but the penalty is being discussed with the main end well captain Rich Fowler by referee Larry Mucci. The umpire is John Whalen. The head linesman Roger Comer. The field judge is Gary Nesbitt. Ithaca head football coach Joe Moresco and his staff, among other high school football staffs, scouting the game here at Owego. He'll be our halftime guest. Owego's fourth penalty, third 15-yarder. Owego has lost 50 yards in penalties thus far. Because of the 15-yard penalty, it'll be first down and 15 for Owego. The football now at the Owego 49-yard line. I formation right. Marzo quick flip. Intended receiver. Paul Wiles on a slant in right. No good. So Marzo, incomplete pass. Second down and 15. Still at the 49-yard line. Agway's frozen fruit and vegetable sale is here. Agway is now taking orders through 5 o'clock this afternoon. Your family can enjoy fresh off the farm fruits and vegetables in season all year long. Order your frozen fruits and vegetables before 5 o'clock this afternoon at Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. Second and 15 for Owego from the Indian 49-yard line. O'Donnell fakes. Marzo throws. It is complete. Marzo's pass is complete. Marzo throws a bullet over the middle.
Pass by Marzo complete to number 36, Phil Wiles.
Phil Wiles catching it for Owego.
3rd and 5.
The football caught at the 40-yard line. It was a gain of 11 yards on the play. We have a third down coming up for Owego. 3rd and 4. From the 40-yard line, sideline pass to O'Donnell is dropped in bounds, incomplete. Marzo rolling to his right, throwing a flare to O'Donnell. O'Donnell dropped it. Incomplete forward pass that sets up a fourth down situation out of field goal range. Confetti flying at Owego Free Academy. The sky is overcast. We hope there is no threat of rain. Wiles back in fourth down. Verdon and King, the twin safeties. The punt by Wiles to the 15-yard line. Returned a couple of yards by Carter King to the main end well. We'll call it the 18-yard line. When play begins at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium, Maine Enwell will own the football at its own market 19-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remain on the clock. The Spartans trail Owego 6-0 late in the second period. Handoff to Carter King, right side, stacked up in his backfield. Carter King loses yards. Owego's defense right in there on that play. Loss on the play of about 1 yard. We'll call it at the 20. Mark it then still at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 10. 3:05 remaining on the clock. Maine Enwell operating. Twins in their backfield. Off the T formation. The flip to Marty Sinclair, short side of the field. Marty is stacked up. Marty does not get past the Owego defender. Looked like Vinny Kane came up from his cornerback slot to make the tackle. So King slammed to the turf at the 20-yard line. Gain of 1 yard on the play. 3rd down, 9 from the Maine Enwell 20-yard line. Wide side of the field to the left. Bullock, the signal caller, drops straight back to pass. He breaks one tackle on the blitz, throws long. It's up for grabs among 3 Owegoans, and O'Donnell for the second time can't catch it. The first time on offense, the second time on defense. So Bullock's long pass to the Owego 45-yard line, incomplete.
Pass by quarterback Bullock falls incomplete.
4th down and 9.
42, Greg O'Donnell.
Back to punt on 4th down for Maine Endwell will be Bullock. Bullock will approach the ball from his own 10-yard line. Phil Cross deep for Owego at the 45-yard line. Bullock's 4th down punt is a good one. Cross has to backpedal to his own 35-yard line, cuts to the wide side of the field. He eludes one tackler, runs into 2 more, and is appended at the 35-yard line. So Owego will take over 1st and 10 at the Indian 35-yard line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to score a touchdown in the first half of play when we return. Don't forget, juices, sweet cherries, sliced peaches, berries, and other fruit and vegetable favorites anytime you want. While you're at Agway's frozen fruit and vegetable sale, check out the freezers and freezer supplies, your hometown Agway store, Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. 1st and 10 for Owego from the Indian 25-yard line. Marzo hands off, driving up the middle goes Chip Condon, the tailback, a 6-foot, 187-pound senior. Congdon, gain of about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 from the 36-yard line. 1:31 on the first half clock. The OFA band and the Maine Endwell band preparing for halftime. Last man through is O'Donnell, and O'Donnell blasts the middle to the 40, to the 45-yard line, and is finally triple tackled and brought down at about the 48-yard line. Gain on the play of approximately 12 yards. 1st down, number 8 for Owego. The officials will mark it at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:21 on the clock. O'Donnell has to tie his left shoe. Coming in for Owego, replacing Rick Nera, who comes over to the sideline to talk to the Owego coaching staff, headed by Al Bernetti. Marzo looks at a 1st and 10 from his own 48-yard line. Fakes to the first man. No, he gives to the first man off right tackle into Maine Endwell territory at the 48-yard line. Gain of 4. It's the fullback, Steve Jackson. There's the 2. No, it's a timeout called by Owego Free Academy with 59 seconds of time left. We have the football at the Maine. Looks over the defensive situation. On an option, he keeps and rolls to the right side. And again, the Indians call a very quick timeout. Marzo gained maybe 1 yard on the play. Comes over to talk to head coach Al Bernetti. Football at the 48-yard line. Time remaining only 53 seconds. Quick resume of the first half of play. Maine Endwell punted
In a JV game played this morning at Maine Endwell
to the Owego 42-yard line on the first offensive set. Owego took the football from the 42-yard line, tacked up 3 first downs, aided by an offensive holding penalty in that drive. Got down to the Maine Endwell 13-yard line. A 30-yard field goal by Marzo fell short with 3:39 to go. Emmy took over, couldn't sustain a drive at the end of the first quarter. Now we've got merely 53 seconds left in the first half of play. From the Owego 48-yard line, triple wing left side at the 50-yard line. Marzo, the only backfield man, being rushed, throws long, and he overshoots O'Donnell by 5 yards, his intended receiver. Marzo sacked in there from the left side just after he released that football, but the defensive end, Rick Fowler, 210 pounds, covered the 180-pound Owego quarterback. So it brings it back with 47 seconds on the clock, and still a 4th down and 6-yard situation. Needless to say, what will Owego do? We think that they will line up in the High formation right, quick pitch, and a quick fourth down kick by O'Donnell, trying to catch Maynenwell with no safety man back, and the football is dead at the 25-yard line. The Maynenwell 25-yard line. The Spartans will have 39 seconds on the clock, and the football at their own 25-yard line in an attempt to score against Owego Free Academy. And, of course, if you have more than one insurance agent, you may have too many. One agent from Nationwide can offer you life insurance to protect your family's future, homeowners insurance on your house, health insurance protection, and insurance against rising hospital costs. That's Tom Buter at Nationwide, 117 North Avenue in Owego. Well, one way to wind the clock down is just to keep the football. Randy Bullock handoff to one of his backfield men. Time is going to expire before Maynenwell gets the playoff. It is the quarter, and Owego Free Academy leads Maynenwell by a score of 6-0. Jim Raftis Jr. will look at the first half statistics right after this timeout. Well, the bands from Owego Free Academy and Maynenwell are getting just about set to come off on the field. The stats are being compiled. We've got a good halftime show coming up, and let's tell you more about it right after this. We're at halftime where Owego leads Maynenwell by a score of 6-0. The community shop in Owego has high school football live on WEBO AM in Owego, New York. This afternoon, presented in the second half of play by these fine Owego sponsors, which include Agway, Central Sales, Schaefer, First City, Ligursky, Agway Lumber, the Community Shop, Buter Insurance, and Monroe Optical. Defending the south goal, Maynenwell. Defending the north goal, Owego Free Academy. In a switch of roles from the first half of play, color commentator Bob Fenton is back for all the action, and Maynenwell kicks off to begin the second half of play, and Owego takes the football at the 20-yard line, up to the 25, the 30, the 35-yard line, and the Indian is finally brought down at the 33-yard line, Bob.
Jim, an excellent kickoff return by Owego. A good wall was set up, excellent field position on about the 34-yard line of their own territory, but good field position. Owego's going into a very stiff wind. Very difficult to throw the football into that wind.
I caution you that Owego has some number changes in there, Bob, as the Indians go 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. First play of the second half of play. O'Donnell off tackle, gets across the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down by the Spartans, number 57, I think, in the lineup.
Excellent run, Jim. Who's number 8 for Owego?
Number 8 is Rick Nera, the tight end.
He made some good blocking. He was right out in front of that ball carrier and did a good job of blocking downfield. Second down and a long 3.
Football just across the 40-yard line. Quick pitch to the second man, sweeping left O'Donnell, and O'Donnell on a shoestring tackle goes down at the 37-yard line.
Excellent.
Loss on the play.
Excellent job, Jim, of the boy that's playing the, looks like an outside linebacker, number 84. If I can catch his number here.
On the play, 3rd and 7.
Okay, Layford. Now you have 3rd and a long 7. Split end to the right.
Football at the 38-yard line, 10 minutes, 38 seconds. Owego from their own 38-yard line, 3rd and 7. Marzo drops back to pass, throws right, complete. Short of the first down at the 42-yard line. Good defensive job in there by Mark Dickinson, the left cornerback.
Yes, Jim, an excellent tackle. Owego went with the split end right, and then you put a slot man just inside him as the halfback behind him. The split end cleared out the area, and the slot man went underneath, missed the first down by about 2 yards. Have to kick into the wind. Back deep, you have
still 4th and 2.
Have number 10, Vernon.
kick is short, bounces off the
Owego has the ball. Jim, a poor job by Maine Anwell halfback who was waiting for the ball. Number 10, Vernon, was back. The ball was coming down on approximately the 35-yard line in their own territory, and he came up and tried to make a shoestring catch of it, and it went off his hands. Owego, an excellent break, fine field position on the 34-yard line.
Carl Hodges recovered that fumble on a number change at the Maine Anwell 34, as Bob pointed out, 1st and 10. Owego's second fumble recovery like that, another one.
Jim, they've got to make the money. I missed the first half, and I apologize for that, but our cross-country meet went a little bit late today in the award ceremonies, but right there, Owego should take advantage of this and pump it in and really put it away here against Maine Anwell. You've got first down here, and they went 3 yards right off the left side, off good blocks in there by the guard, Kafka.
On the Maine Anwell 30-yard line, 2nd and 7 for Owego. First man through, Jackson stonewalls his way for the first down as he gets inside the 20-yard line. Gain of 10.
Jim, that was the play right there. It's just a quick hitter with the fullback going off the left guard. That was also the play, Jim, that last week was fumbled twice when Owego was down and tight, and Jackson was determined today not to fumble, and right there it showed great determination, right straight ahead, first down, an excellent play on the 20-yard line, just inside the 20, 1st and 10.
Owego's 9th first down, 1st and 10 from the Maine Anwell 20-yard line, 8:37 left in the third period. Jackson goes off left tackle. Daylight begins. He sees 5 more yards.
Excellent run by Jackson. He just hit on a slant just about off the left tackle of Owego. Just kept driving, had his head down, and kept pounding out a good 6-yard gain. Very, very good play, and excellent blocking up front by Kafka and Salgado.
Offensively, Owego from the Maine Anwell 15-yard line, 2nd and 5. Owego leads Maine Anwell 6-0 here at Christy J. Valville Memorial Stadium. Marzo, the signal caller for Owego.
Quarterback sneak, Jim, just short of the first down, it looks like.
It's about the 3rd or 4th quarterback sneak executed by Marzo this afternoon. Gain of about 4.
Well, Jim, it was there, and Tommy, being an excellent quarterback, will take what they give him. He noticed that there was an opening if he took the ball and went straight ahead, and with Jim Kelly blocking for him, an excellent call. 3rd and a short one.
From the 10-yard line, 6-0. Owego leading Maine Anwell, 3rd period, 7:28. The wind blowing from the south. First down has been made by O'Donnell as he smashes past the 10-yard line down to the 5-yard line.
Jim, right now that running game looks much like it did last week, with the line just busting right off the line, making good contact over the line of scrimmage and knocking the defense from Maine Anwell backwards. Jeff Kislowski, Carl Freitag that time putting the key blocks, and he was also led in there by Jackson. Excellent, excellent blocking at this moment, Jim.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Owego's 6th offensive play after Hodges recovered the fumble, trying to go left side. Gain of maybe 1 on the play by the fullback, Steve Jackson.
That time the defense had the right defense at the right moment. Number 55 combusting in, Fowler, and number 61, Basinal came through and stopped it. That time they had penetration by the defense, and it knocked Owego back. They got 2nd down and goal at about the 5.
6 minutes, 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The first man through, the fullback, Steve Jackson.
Looks like he's at about the 1, Jim. Good bust play. Busting forward. That quick hitter with the fullback just going off left guard off Kelly and Kelly Kafka and Jim Kelly. And gaining down just about, it looks like, the 2-yard line. 4th down. Oh, excuse me, 3rd down. Is that correct, Jim?
3rd and goal from the 2.
Goal.
Last man up for Maine Anwell was Kevin Floor, the defensive tackle, 215 pounds, 6 foot. So from about the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal, loose football
in the end zone.
Spartans recover in the end zone, Bob.
Yeah, they get it on the 20. I don't know what happened there, Jim. It just, the ball looked like it was squirting loose Whether or not the first man threw knocked it out of the quarterback hand or it was a pitch, you really couldn't tell, but the ball just kind of squirted off the right guard and into the end zone, and alertly Maine Enwell picked up the fumble. A disastrous mistake, Jim.
Unofficially, we'll credit that two-pointer to the recovery to number 70, Dan Zappia, the defensive tackle. So now it'll be Maine Enwell football at the Spartan 20-yard line, and trying to circle right end is Marty Sinclair, and Marty can't do it, loses 3.
No, great defense in there, Jim, by Owego. Number 71 from Owego came busting through, and I don't have his number on my sheet, Jim. Who is 71?
71 for Owego Free Academy is... I got my wrong thing up. Just a minute. That'll be Salvador Gatto, age 16. Penalty flags are down at the 17-yard line.
That time they Maine Enwell went on a long count, and whether or not Owego was drawn off or Maine Enwell had movement, it's against Owego. Tough penalty after the loss against Maine Enwell. The long count got Owego in the stunt, and 5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 8 instead of 2nd down and about 12.
5th penalty inflicted on Owego. Total loss by penalty, 55 yards for the Spartans. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Again, they can generate an offense on the right side, and they do.
That time
against Sinclair.
They faked up the middle.
Or make it Carter King, Bob.
Faked up the middle and gave it to the halfback going wide. Pretty good pursuit by Owego. Good gang tackling out on the left side. And they kept the game to about 3 yards. 3rd down and a long 3, Jim.
From the Maine Enwell 27-yard line, the Spartans trail Owego 6-0, 4 minutes, 38 seconds. They have yet to be in Owego territory in the game. Swinging right side, Carter King.
No first down, Jim. Excellent defense in there. Number 71, Gatto, come popping right through and met the ball carrier in his own backfield, causing confusion on the blocking and holding it to no gain. 4th down. Excellent defensive series, Jim. After that fumble into the end zone, the defense really picked up the team by allowing no first down, and now Owego should get the ball again in good field position.
Bill Cross deep for Owego at about his own 35-yard line. Back to punt is the quarterback, Randy Bullock. He'll hit the ball from about his own 15-yard line. End-over-end kick to Cross at the 35-yard line. Comes to the wide side of the field to the 40, to the 45-yard line. Breaks 2 tackles, retains the football, gets out to the Owego 48-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
Excellent run back and good blocking back there by Owego. Good lane was set up. Cross brought the ball back. Excellent field position.
For the child with vision problems, proper vision correction can mean better school grades and performance. Growing children should have an eye exam every year. Be sure your child sees your eye doctor at least once a year. Visit Monroe Optical, 1202 Monroe Street in Endicott. Fake to the first man through. Pitch right side to O'Donnell. Penalty flag down at the Maine Enwell 45-yard line. O'Donnell out of bounds at the 42. Preliminary indication, it'll go against Owego. Maybe offensive.
Pushing, Jim. It looks
pushing.
Like illegal use of hands. Right in front of the Owego bench. An excellent call. Fake up the middle and then a pitch around the end. The wall was set up. About a 6-yard gain, but for naught. 15-yard penalty. Again, mistakes will kill you, Jim.
Penalty marched off against Owego.
Number 10 coming in the ball game for Owego, Jim. And that's Dave Evans in the football game.
18 yards to go.
It'll be back at the Owego 40-yard line.
He split to the left. You have a double split, both left and right on the ends.
1st and 19 from the Indian 40-yard line. O'Donnell, the man in motion to the right. The play goes up the middle by Jackson. Jackson quadruple teamed and brought down at the 43.
Jim, what Owego tried to do there is they split the left and the right end wide. They put a man in motion left, hoping that Maine Enwell would rotate. And Maine Enwell did not go out to the split people, so I think possibly you might see that formation later and hit the wide receivers because Maine Enwell did not rotate to it. They stayed home and stopped it up the middle.
Split to the left is Wiles. Mainenwell changes its defense. Marzo barks the signals. Second man through. O'Donnell tackled around the belly, goes down immediately. Mainenwell's defense fired up.
Number 72, Jim, busted through for Mainenwell and made that tackle.
Kevin Floor.
6'2", 233 pounds.
This observation that the backup safety is Brad Manchester. I assume he's the son of Mr. and Mrs. John Manchester. John Manchester, former standout Owego athlete back in the 1950s. Thank you, John, for that plug. 3rd and 17 for Owego. Marzo straight back to pass, fires over the middle. Jackson's pass intercepted by the safety man. Penalty marker is down as Bullock runs left, gets to the Owego 20-yard line, down to the 15, finally brought out of bounds. Penalty flag is down at the 47-yard line of Owego.
Jim, that pass was thrown in an area with a man deep. They had a 4-4 defense, and the ball was picked off right in front of one of our defenders, but an excellent job of defense. They were in a zone defense. The play is being called back. Tough break for Mainenwell, but a great break for Owego because it would have been on about the 10-yard line.
A 45-yard pass interception by Mainenwell senior safety man Randy Bullock, nullified by a penalty which occurred at the Owego 46-yard line. It'll be a 15-yarder assessed against the Spartans. It is only their second penalty, and they have lost a total of 22 yards in penalties, Bob. That 15-yard infraction was what?
Well, that's a big one. That was looked like clipping, Jim. On the run back, you had people going to the right, and then a good cutback by the runner. When that happens, you had Owego people turning to pursue, and I think probably one of them got hit from behind, but the interceptor picked that ball off and showed great speed and cutting up to the right and really coming against flow, and the Owego team almost gave a touchdown, but again, the clip nullified it, and right now Mainenwell has 1st and 10 on just about their own 39-yard line.
Stats with Jim Raftis Jr.
For Owego, Tom Marzo, 4 carries with 10 yards. Steve Jackson, 12 carries with 72 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 20 carries with 105 yards. Chip Condon, 1 carry with 2 yards. And Vince Kane, 2 carries with 11 yards. Tom Marzo has thrown 7 passes, completing 2 for 15 yards. Vince Kane caught 1 pass for 5 yards, and the other was caught by Phil Wiles for 10 yards.
If you have more than one insurance agent, you may have too many. One agent from Nationwide can offer you life insurance to protect your family's future, homeowners insurance on your house, health insurance protection, and insurance against rising hospital costs. One insurance agent for all your needs. Call your local Nationwide agent today in Owego, Tom Buter at 117 North Avenue. Mainenwell breaks huddle. Bullock rolls right to pass. Prime secondary receivers covered. Option keeps, gets across the 42-yard line before he's down.
Excellent play by the defense of Owego. Phil Wiles came up as the quarterback rolled out. Everybody deep was covered. He tucked the ball up, started around that end, and Wiles came up and met him head on and stuck him real good on about the long 3-yard gain. So we'll make it 2nd and 7, but an excellent tackle by Wiles.
From the Mainenwell 42-yard line, 2nd and 6 for the Spartans. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the 3rd period. Owego 6, Mainenwell nothing. Bullock hands off to Carter King. The sophomore sweeps and tries to cut back in, but is cut down immediately. Literally no gain on the play.
Jim, again, that time the tackle was made by number 8 from Owego, who came up.
Number 8 is Nira.
Nira came from that defensive end position and made an excellent play for just about a yard gain. 3rd, and we'll give him 5 yards to go.
Again from about the 44, make it the 43-yard line. Randy Bullock back to pass, rushed, throws short, incomplete.
Actually, that should be a penalty, Jim. There was 2 tackles standing there, and he threw it to the tackle without a halfback or legal receiver in the vicinity, and the referee did not throw the flag. It should have been potentially grounding the football with a penalty, but the official just Must have thought there was somebody there with a different number.
Back to punt on 4th down. Junior quarterback Randy Bullock. 4th and 5, 49 seconds left.
Jim, that time the pressure was put on by...
Bullock gets off a good kick. Cross will field it at his own 18-yard line. Breaks one tackle, cuts to the outside, gets to the 25-yard line, and is snowed under. One of his shorter punt returns, Bob.
Yes, Jim. Excellent downfield pursuit by Maine Enwell. The punt was not a great punt, but it was enough so that it was short enough so that it gave the lineman a chance to get down under it. There was about 5 men downfield with 2 blockers, and it just never materialized. But I was going to say Jim Kelly was the one that put the pressure on the quarterback on that play prior to this punt and really made him force the ball into the ground.
33 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. It's still Owego 6, Maine Enwell nothing. The Spartans have actually yet to threaten Owego. Quick pitch right side to Owego's sweeper. Gets out of bounds, number 40 for the Indians.
Well, that was a great run, Jim.
Cross.
That was a fake up the middle to Jackson. It suckered everybody in the middle. A great fake by Marzo. He then pitched the ball back to Phil, and he went around the right side. The blocking was really set up good on that side by Freitag and Kislowski, and cut off pursuit, and they're measuring for 1st down.
Agway Lumber and Building Supply reminds you it's not too late to build that garage you need, and they can help. Agway garages come in a complete package. You supply the foundation, wiring, and insulation if you wish. Each package includes a self-sealing asphalt shingles, exterior siding ready for painting, overhead doors, a passage door and window. Prices start at $1469 for a 12 by 24 one-car garage. Stop in and choose the right one for you. Agway Lumber and Building Supply, Glen Mary Drive in Owego. Phil crosses, sweep of right end, short of the 1st down by not very much.
About the length of a football, Jim. Now you got a down to play with, but you've got 7 seconds. You're going to have the win the next period. Do you throw the football, or do you go on the ground and make sure you get the 1st down and have the wind at your back if you do want to throw it? I'd almost think they're going to go with it on the ground, probably quarterback sneak. Let's see how close I am. But time has run out, Jim, so you don't have to worry about it.
6-0. Owego leading Maine Enwell. Jim Raftis Jr. looks at the 3rd period stats.
For Maine Enwell, Randy Bullock, 2 carries with 6 yards. Marty Sinclair, 5 carries with 14 yards. Carter King, 7 carries with 6 yards. And Greg Williams, 3 carries with 4 yards. Randy Bullock has attempted 4 passes and hasn't completed any. For Owego, Tom Marzo, 4 carries with 10 yards. Steve Jackson, 12 carries with 72 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 20 carries with 105 yards. Chip Condon, 1 carry with 2 yards. And Vince Kame, 2 carries with 11 yards. Also, Phil Cross, 1 carry with 9 yards. Tom Marzo has thrown 7 passes, completing 2 for 15 yards. Vince Kame caught 1 pass for 5 yards, and Phil Wiles caught the other for 10 yards.
If your furnace is getting old, it may be time to consider getting a new one. Talk to Jim Legursky of Legursky Sheet Metal. Have him check it out. Then ask him about Whirlpool's Tight Fist gas furnace. When the burner isn't firing, the chimney is closed off, keeping the heat inside your home. Whirlpool's Tight Fist is 30% more efficient than the average furnace and will probably save you more installation costs in just a few seasons. Call Legursky Sheet Metal of Owego. They're in the yellow pages under heating. On Owego's first play of the 4th period, Bob Fenton.
Jim, it was a fake up the middle, trying to bring everybody in, looking like it was going to go for the 1st down with the fullback going out the middle. It was a pitch to the halfback. The play was strung out real good by the defensive end out here, Fowler, and the play was actually for a loss. 3rd and a long 1-yard line.
Football residing at the Owego 24-yard line. 3rd down and 2. A key conversion is required at this point, and number 40 gets the call for the Indians and makes it. Phil Cross.
Jim, that time Cross really hit the hole fast. Gatto was going down to block for him, and he actually banged into Gatto's back and spun off and went for 3 more yards. But that's how quick that was really hit into the hole. An excellent run by Phil.
11th 1st down for Owego. We're at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, 11 minutes, 6 seconds on the 4th period clock. Owego 6, Maine and Well nothing. Marzo, the field general. Up the middle goes Jackson, and a shoulder tackle brings him down. He's also slow to get up. Let's see if he just wanted to rest a little bit after that 9-yard run, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, and number 14 was so elated that he knocked Jackson down and stung him good that he went up with his fist in the air saying, I put a stick on you that time, and that was Bullock from Maine and Well. Jackson's coming out of the ball game, Jim. Now you've got O'Donnell going, number 32 for Owego. Condon's at fullback. Cross that tailback.
From the Owego 47-yard line, 2nd down and 1, 10:22 on the clock. Up the middle again goes Phil Cross, picks and needles his way into Maine and Well territory at the 45-yard line. Owego gets its 12th first down.
Jim, the line's getting off the ball very well again. Cross is limping a little bit as he goes back, but an excellent blocks out there by Gatto and Kelly Kafka again, and by near the tight end on that side. Really getting off the ball very well.
On a 9-yard pickup, that's 2 back-to-back 9-yard pickups by Owego. The Indians in Maine and Well territory at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. The drive began at the Owego 23-yard line. Marzo on an option left. Fires complete to, incomplete. Tried to one-hand it, Statue of Liberty style,
Jim,
Rick Nera.
Jim, you had illegal lineman for Owego, number 74, Freitag, downfield. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, I believe. 2nd down. Because, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but it'll probably be 1st and 15 or 2nd.
First City presents the first plastic card to let you use your personal checking account across the country and around the world. It's Summary Check Card, First City's new banking service. Summary looks and works like a Visa card, but it's not a credit card. It's the first card to let you shop conveniently at the 3 million merchants with your money. It's the first card to give you the ability to get your cash from checking accounts at over 77,000 banks worldwide. Ask about Summary Check Card, now at First City, the bank where you come first. With Bob Fenton, Jim Raftis Jr., I'm Jim Raftis on WEBO, 1330 on your dial for Stack Football. Maine and Well at Owego. The Indians leading the Spartans 6-0, 9:55 on the clock. It is a 1st down, 25-yard situation, and Owego Marzo on a handoff to Jackson up the middle. Jackson stacked at the 44-yard line.
Jim, Maine Animals really close to piling on. They're really popping into the pile as the whistle's being blown. And from the sidelines, you can see the Owego coaches yelling out that they are piling on when he stopped. In fact, Mr. Bernetti is talking to him right now, right from the backside.
Officials working the game. The field judge is Gary Nesbitt. The head linesman is Roger Corner. The umpire is John Whalen. The referee is cigar smoking off the field, Larry Nucci. 2nd and 21 from the Owego 44-yard line. 9 minutes, 19 seconds on the clock. Phil Cross hits a stone wall in safety man Randy Bullock at the Owego 49-yard line. A Spartan is slow to get up. It's number 71, 72 market. Kevin Floor.
Jim, the penalty, getting back to it, was a 15-yard penalty for illegal man downfield, not loss of down, so it was 1st and 25. Owego now has 3rd and 15, so Owego has gotten 10 of the yards back that they got a 15-yard penalty on.
Owego has lost 85 yards in 7 penalties thus far. It is 3rd down and 17. Marzo fires long in and out of the hands of the intended Owego receiver, Chip Congdon, down at the 30-yard line.
Jim, that was a beautiful pass by Marzo, right on the money. About 1 yard past the line mark. It would have been 1st and 10, but Condon just couldn't hold on to the football.
An answer to a Hail Mary by the defensive secondary.
That wasn't really a Hail Mary pass. That was an excellent pass, right on the money. It was right on the sideline. I think Condon probably took his eye off the ball, which is a cardinal sin, and just didn't put it away.
Phil Cross back to punt on 4th down from Owego's 40-yard line. It's a beautiful punt. It'll go, extra. Let's see if it went out of bounds on the first punt. It'll be knocked back in the playing field, but let's see what the official rules on that.
Hit the out of bounds, Jim, but an excellent punt by Cross. Beautiful punt.
Cross's punt went out of bounds at the Maine and Well 14-yard line, Bob, a punt of about 30 yards from offense.
But it was a beautiful punt. It was a nice spiral, It just must have hit on the chalk line on the sideline, and a kick left. The Owego defensive team, actually, as they're going under the punt, stopped it on a 1 yard line, but the official said it had hit out of bounds. But an excellent punt by Cross. Long way to go for Maine Enwell with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, Jim.
The Spartans on their own 14-yard line. Bullock reverses his field, goes to the short side of the field, tackled behind the line of scrimmage as he runs parallel to the line of scrimmage.
Excellent defense by Owego. Maine Enwell went with everything going to the right side, their right side of the formation. The quarterback took it on a keeper going around the left end. Looked like it could have been an option either to throw or pass. The end downfield was covered, and the defensive men came up real good with Kelly on that right end coming up and really putting the stick onto the ball carrier.
Next Saturday afternoon on WEBO, it'll be Ithaca Owego football. This time, Marty Sinclair, the fullback, churns on the short side of the field, collects maybe 3 yards on the play.
Right, they went to the short side trying to catch Owego into an overshift to the strong side of the field, and Bill Cross came up from that halfback spot, took the ball player out of bounds for about a 3-yard gain. Third down, 7.
From the Maine Enwell 17-yard line. Time running down, Bob. 7 minutes, 24 seconds in the game. Owego up
left end's moving. So it'll be 5-yard penalty against Maine Enwell. Mental mistakes, Jim. Usually you get late in the ball game like this, and the boys get a little tired, and all of a sudden the mental mistakes start because they're just not mentally alert because they're physically getting tired. And this is what can kill you in a 6-0 ball game. It killed Owego down on the goal line when they fumbled into it and lost the ball. And it also killed Owego a little bit of their drive when they got a 15-yard penalty for illegal man downfield. That's mental mistakes, which really are not excusable because you should be able to think out there.
2nd and 12 from the 12-yard line. This time, Maine Enwell still can't get its offense going. It has yet to be in Owego territory. Loss on the play. Back to
Kelly
the region
again,
of the 9-yard line.
Jim Kelly's down, hurt a little bit. He made an excellent play. It was like a draw to the tailback coming up the middle. Kelly came slanting in from that end and really put a pop on the ball carrier. 5-yard loss, but an excellent hit by Kelly. Tough kid, he'll be back in.
Randy Bullock in his own end zone. Out at the 40-yard line, Phil Cross in single safety. The snap back from Derek Weinhardt. Bullock's punt is short, taken by Owego inside the 30-yard line and returned to the 25-yard line when play resumes. 1st and 10 for Owego. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets announces a tremendous wall-to-wall special, luxurious, sculptured, expensive shade carpeting, including PAG and insulation, just $10.95 a square yard. That's a saving of $5 and a choice of colors. Also, hundreds of room-size remnants in stock, all colors, sizes, and ranges of quality, up to 50% off. Schaefer Rugs is also your source for a tremendous selection of Monticello carpets by Burlington Industries. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets, the Vestal Parkway East in Vestal. 1st and 10 for Owego from the Maine Enwell 25-yard line. 6:07 on the clock. Ripping right side before he's upended. Fullback Steve Jackson, gain of 5 off the right side, Bob.
Jim Vernon, the defensive halfback, made an excellent play. Maine Enwell is doing a good job of when they're hitting Stonewall Jackson, they're hitting him real low. They're not trying to hit him high because he's too strong up high, and they're hitting him down low, and they're taking him down that way. So the defensive halfbacks are doing an excellent job one-on-one when Jackson's in the open.
2nd and 5 from the Maine Enwell 20. 5 minutes, 35 seconds. Jackson bowls over one of his own offensive linemen.
Well, Condon was leading from the first man through was Condon leading for the block, trying to kick out the tackle. And a Maine Enwell boy is down, Jim.
And Jim Raftis Jr. has these stats.
For Owego, Tom Marzo, 4 carries with 10 yards. Steve Jackson, 15 carries with 90 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 20 carries with 105 yards. Chip Condon, 1 carry with 2 yards. And Vince Kane, 2 carries with 11 yards. Tom Marzo has attempted 9 passes, completing 2 for 15 yards. 1 was caught by Vince Kane for 5 yards, and the other by Phil Wiles for 10 yards.
For Maine Enwell,
Randy Bullock, 3 carries with 6 yards. Marty Sinclair, 6 carries with 19 yards. Carter King, 7 carries with 6 yards. Greg Williams, 3 carries with 4 yards. Randy Bullock has attempted 4 passes and hasn't completed any yet.
Central Sales and Service has got it. Goodyear's Tiempo radios. Drive in today and find out why Tiempo makes sense for your driving. See the quiet riding positive traction tread that 2 steel cord belts hold firmly to the road. Learn the advantages of long mileage gas-saving radial construction. Best of all, check out Tiempo's price. For top quality black or white walls, the all-season Tiempo at Central Sales and Service, Central Avenue in Owego. Looking at tonight's Scholastic football schedule in Stack, Johnson City at North, Rochester Aquinas Institute at Union Endicott. Kickoffs 8 o'clock. Coming up Sunday afternoon, a full schedule of games starting at 1 o'clock at Marvin Park in the Owego Junior Football League. Don't forget to catch the coaches' game reviews exclusively on WEBO's 1210 Sunday edition of Spotlight on Sports. Looking at football weekend 3, the schedule in the IAC. Friday night, 7:30, Groton at Watkins Glen, and Stack at 8 o'clock, Susquehanna Valley at Vestal. In the Sullivan Trail, it'll be Sayre at Hornell, Lamar Southside at Notre Dame, Owego Free Academy at Corning East, Towanda at Waverly, Athens at Troy, and Wellsboro at Wyalusing. On Saturday afternoon in IAC 1:30 kickoffs, undefeated and unscored upon Newark Valley at Candor, Tioga Central at Union Springs, Newfield at Spencer Van Etten, Odessa Montour at Lansing, Trumansburg at Moravia, and Dryden at Elmira Heights. In Stack kickoffs, Ithaca at Owego in a game to be broadcast live by WEBO AM Sports. The pregame in color at 1:40. Elsewhere, Oneonta Johnson City, north at Shenango Valley, Binghamton Central at Maine Endwell. Next Saturday night, Horseheads at Corning West. Bob, the injured the injured Maine Endwell player
Was Lane Hart, number 52, a senior, 6'1", 175 pounds. You have third down and a long 3.
5:18 on the fourth period clock. Marzo using the high count. Option cross, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play.
Good defense by Maine Animal. They're really tough when it counts, Jim. Owego really is moving the ball between the 20s, but when they get down tight, Maine Animal seems to get really tough. That time, you had defenders coming through into the Owego backfield, and it was tough for the blockers to kick them out because they were in the lanes and causing Cross to go a little bit wider, and he could not turn upfield. So it's 4th down and 9.
It was also a battle of the 40s. The Maine Endwell cornerback, Mark Dickinson, tackling his opposing number 40, Phil Cross. 4th and 9 from the 25-yard line. Marzo back to pass, throws left and complete to Indian number 16.
First down.
Wilmer.
Beautiful catch. It was a roll right by the quarterback, Marzo. He stopped with good blocking out there on the corners. He hit the Hurlweimer coming down and underneath the defense across the line of scrimmage from the right side, catching it way across on the left, right on the first down marker. Excellent throw, excellent pass route by Hurlweimer.
Lucky or professionally executed first down number 13 for the Indians. Marzo fakes and the tailback Chip Condon. Chip Condon rips right up the middle. He's got more than a first down inside the 5.
He fumbled it, Jim, and Owego recovered it. Another Maine Endwell man down, number 10, Jim. Maine Endwell, that will be Vernon.
Condon recovering his own fumble. They set the ball up at the 1-yard line. Gain of 13 yards on the play after the 13th first down.
Jim.
This is first down number 14 for the Owego Indians, Bob.
That time Owego just blew him right out. It was a quick opener up the middle. They caught Maine Endwell going in a defense which they thought they were going to go wide, and there was nobody over the middle. Whoever did the blocking out there and cut off, we couldn't catch the number, but you have to give credit to either the Kelly, Kafka, Jim Kelly, or Kislowski in the middle. And it was just straight ahead and right on the goal line. Condon was hit, he fumbled, and luckily...
Kind hands off to Stonewall Jackson over for the touchdown. 12-zip Owego.
Jim, it wasn't Jackson. It was a straight ahead by Condon. Condon in the end zone, number 32. Good blocking. This could put it away. 3:52. You have 12-0.
tailback Chip Congdon scores for Owego Free Academy with 3 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. Here comes the lineup for the PAT. Owego will go for 2 this time. Marzo barks the signals. This time, number 33 goes into the end zone, standing up for the 2-point conversion. Stonewall Jackson for the 2-point conversion, Bob.
You got to give credit to that line up front, Jim. Jim Kelly, Kelly Kafka, and Kislowski blew right off the line. Salgado and Freitag, not a person touched him until he was 5 yards in the end zone. Nobody touched Jackson, but an excellent, excellent job by that offensive line.
Agway's frozen fruit and vegetable sale is here. Agway is now taking orders through 5 o'clock. Your family can enjoy fresh off the farm fruits and vegetables in season all year long. Juices too. Have sweet cherries, sliced peaches, berries, and other fruit and vegetable favorites anytime you want. While you're there, check out the freezers and the freezer supplies. Your hometown Agway store, Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. Order your frozen fruits and vegetables before 5 o'clock this afternoon at Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. A 6-play, 25-yard drive, climax by tailback Chip Congdon, and a 2-point conversion by Steve Jackson. The kickoff end over end into the end zone. Maine Endwell will own it. 1st and 10, Bob Fenton on its own 20-yard line.
Jim, what a kickoff. Of course, you had the win, but that was an exceptional kickoff by a high school boy.
Well, will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Who kicks that?
10 for the Spartans.
Kafka kicked that ball into the end zone. That's a 60-yard kick, Jim. Excellent kick. The adrenaline must have been flowing on that one. Right now, Owego, they'll probably play soft with their halfbacks and linebackers. We'll able to see another pickoff here of a pass, Jim, and Owego might take it in because Maine Endwell has to play catch-up.
Randy Bullock for Maine Endwell, the junior quarterback, goes back to pass, throws long over the middle among 2 defenders. It's picked off by Owego at the 30-yard line. Going to the outside is the interceptor, Paul Wiles. Finally tackled by Maine Endwell, number 61, Rich Wiles, the nose guard.
Jim, just like I happen to guess one right, I guess, but you have to throw the football and defense smells it. Owego was backed in the prevent deep. Wiles was underneath, stepped in front of the boy who it was intended for. Owego's in good field position. Try to put another one on the board. 3:37, lots of time.
From the Maine Endwell 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for Owego. 3 minutes, 32 seconds on the clock. The Indians lead the Spartans 14-0 in the 17th renewal. This time, number 32, the tailback, Chip Congdon, the tail of the tandem, twists and turns and gets his first down at the 15-yard line.
Jim, I have to correct you. That was Stonewall Jackson, 33. It's tough with a 32 and a 33. You can't really tell while they're running. That time, you now have Jackson at the tailback and Condon's at the fullback. So that's why it was difficult. But that was Jackson.
1st and 10 now for Owego from the 15-yard line. Number 32, Chip Congdon carries right side, blast for about 3.
And now another Maine Endwell boy down, Jim.
Number 72.
I think your conditioning's starting to tell now, Jim. As we said last week, the Owego team is in excellent condition. You've got to give credit to Coach Bernetti and his staff, Coach Dolan and Coach Decker, with the way these boys are physically fit and ready to play football for a whole game. Both times these past 2 weeks we've seen the teams that they're playing about the last period really spent physically, and that's when your injuries in football occur. But Owego is in much better shape, and it's telling right now.
The community shop in Owego has joined the IGA chain, and they're offering bigger selections and better savings than ever before. In their produce department, pick up a 10-pound bag of U.S. #1 white potatoes for just $1.19. Red grapes are just 69 cents a pound, and prune plums are only 29 cents a pound. Then try Seal Test delicious, light and lively ice cream, all flavors, for just $1.39 a half gallon. You can do most of your shopping just by stopping in the community shop, now your IGA store on North Avenue Avenue in Owego.
For Owego, Tom Marzo, 3 carries with 7 yards. Steve Jackson, 18 carries with 108 yards. Greg O'Donnell, 20 carries with 105 yards. Chip Condon, 4 carries with 20 yards. Vince Kame, 2 carries with 11 yards. And Phil Cross, 6 carries with 21 yards. Tom Marzo has attempted 10 passes, completing 3 for 26 yards. Vince Kame caught 1 pass for 5 yards. Phil Wiles caught 1 pass for 10 yards, and Tom Hurlwimmer caught 1 pass for 11 yards.
Jimmy, school spirit high here at Owego. Big bonfire last night. Your report.
There were a lot of people at the bonfire that had a real good time. The weather was good for it, and I don't know, maybe it psyched up the football team a little bit for today.
The winning spirit here in Owego's 53rd season of football. Owego looking for its 2nd consecutive victory, Bob Fenton. And the other teams, cross country, field hockey et al., doing well. Golf, too.
Yes, Jim. This year it seems like everybody's really getting off the mark well in all the sports. And as you said, school spirit is very high, and there's a lot of togetherness in the school and amongst the athletes, and probably higher with a lot of respect for each other's abilities in different sports, and this is what makes unity in your school.
On the main end wall, 13-yard line at 2nd and 7 for Owego. Number 32, Chip Congdon, the tailback, ripped straight ahead for about 3 yards.
And blocking out in front again, Jim Kelly, center, 54, and Kelly Kafka, 63, really leading the ball carrier down. 3rd down and 2 on a 7-yard line. Owego knocking on the door with 2:21 to go.
Owego breaks out of the huddle. Kelly is the center. Kafka and Kozlowski are the guards. Gatto and Freitag are the tackles. Nero and Wiles are the offensive ends. First man through, 32, tailback Chip Congdon goes right
on the
side.
goal line, Jim. Right on the goal line. That time Owego had a strong eye to the left with the halfback behind the guard, deep, and the tailback alongside and the fullback up front. Owego went to the weak side of the formation to the right and caught Maine Enwell's defense, and it is 1st down, goal to go on the 2, 1 minute and 55 seconds to go.
After 1st down, number 16, Marzo calls the starting signals with Owego up 14-0. First man through is tailback Chip Congdon, but literally the whole Maine Enwell team, but 2 players, brings him down short of
Jim,
touchdown.
again, it wasn't Condon, that was your Jackson.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Pretty close.
I got to go down to Dr. Ehrenstand and get me eyes examined. Yep, that's number 33.
About the, we'll give it 18 inches, about the length of a football. 119. Now today, Jim, they'll put this football in.
It'll be 2nd and goal from about the length of the football, from about the 1-foot line. Marzo calls the signals. Looks like 33.
Touchdown!
Scissors in. Jackson.
Excellent drive, Jim. Owego got the football, took it in, with Jackson taking it. Good blocking up front. Again, Kislowski, number 60. Jim Kelly, number 54. Carl Freitag, number 74. Really blowing people out.
6-play, 27-yard drive, climaxed by fullback Steve Jackson on 2nd and a foot. Making the score, Owego 20, Maine Enwell nothing. 1 minute, 4 seconds left on the clock. Marzo will come back to do the PAT soccer style. Here's the snap from center. The placement is down, the kick is up. It is blocked by Maine Enwell's number 61, Rich Busanel. No PAT this afternoon by place kick, Bob Fenton.
No, Jim, the defense came pouring through, and it was almost taken off the foot of Marzo, but 20-0 on 1 minute and 4 seconds. Owego back to kickoff. Looks like the Indian has done it again, Jim.
Monroe Optical, one of the sponsors of Owego football. Medicaid prescriptions are given careful attention. Visit Monroe Optical, 1202 Monroe Street in Endicott. Call your local nationwide agent in Owego. He's Tom Buter at 117 North Avenue. Stop in Owego Agway Lumber and Building Supply. Choose the one for you, the garage. Agway Lumber and Building Supply on Glen Murray Drive in Owego. Call Ligursky Sheet Metal of Owego. They're in the yellow pages under heating. If your furnace is getting old, it may be time to consider getting a new one. Kelly Kafka will kick off for Owego.
Another big kick down to the 5, coming up the middle. Wiggles down on defense and tackle on the 20-yard line. On a penalty flag down, Jim. Number 10 brought that ball back. Brian Vernon, who was carried off a little bit early, is back in the ball game. Carried up the middle. Penalty flag, 2 of them. 2 yellow little parachutes down there.
Ithaca Owego football next Saturday afternoon, live on 1330 WEBO in Owego, New York. Among our game sponsors of Maine and Well Owego football, with the Indians leading 20-0. First City presenting the first plastic card to let you use personal checking accounts across the country and across the world. Ask about Summary Check Card now at First City, the bank where you come first. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets. They announce a tremendous wall-to-wall special. Schaefer Rugs and Carpets on the Vestal Parkway East in Vestal. And Central Sales and Services got it. That is Goodyear Tiempo radios. Drive in today and find out why Tiempo makes sense for your driving. Central Sales and Service, Central Avenue in Owego. Well, Bob, a penalty sets Maine and Well back to the 10-yard line.
Yes, Jim. Fumble. Owego has the ball. It looks like. Owego has the football, Jim. Number 39.
Indian 39 is.
Can't find it. Don't have it down, are you, Jim?
I don't have it down either, even on the corrections which were submitted.
So now that time, Jim, Owego had some new people in on defense too. Burrell was in there on defense. Owego's offense now being led by Rader.
The football
Cross is the tailback, and number 30, Paul Myers, is the fullback.
The football at the Maine and Well 10-yard line. In for Owego at quarterback, Mike Rader, the junior, 6'4", 190 pounds.
Jim.
Clock winding down.
Jay Burrell is at an offensive line position. Myers is in at the fullback, number 88. Brian Dodge is in the football game. No time left, Jim.
And Owego Free Academy has won its second straight football game of the 1980 season under sophomore head football coach Al Bernetti by defeating the Spartans of Maine and Well by a score of 20-0. It's the second successive year that Owego has shut out Maine and Well. Last year it was 14-0. It's the fourth shutout in the 17-year history of Maine and Well Owego football. We'll tell you how the touchdowns were scored, second half analysis with Bob Fenton, and the game statistics right after this. Agway's frozen fruit and vegetable sale is here. Agway is now taking orders through 5 o'clock this afternoon. You've got exactly 61 minutes. Your family can enjoy fresh off the farm fruits and vegetables in season all year long. Juices too. Have sweet cherries, sliced peaches, berries, and other fruit and vegetable favorites anytime you want. While you're there, check out the freezers and freezer supplies. Your hometown Agway store, Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. Order your frozen fruits and vegetables before 5 o'clock this afternoon at Owego Agway, West Avenue in Owego. Well, when cross-country coach Bob Fenton arrived at Christy J. Valvo Memorial Stadium for the first home football game in the decade of the 1980s, Owego was leading Maine and Well 6-0, and as he leaves a few hours later, it's the Owego Free Academy Indians 20 and the Maine and Well Spartans. For color commentator Bob Fenton, statistician Jim Raftis Jr., I'm Jim Raftis. Whether you win or whether you lose, always be a good sport. Back to WEBO and Frank Penny.